Team X. Coach Joey here. I'd like to thank you for coming to the website, checking it out. This is the first video of many, so you'll have to excuse the crappy lighting, the horrible effects, the child in the background who's trying to take a nap, and I mean trying. But I want to let you know where I come from, who I am, why I did this, and really where I plan on going with this. My name is Joey Sizemore. I live in South Carolina. I'm 28 years old, and I have completed P90X, one round of it, and Insanity, one round of it. All total now I'm down 65 total pounds. 42 pounds, or 46 pounds actually, lost on P90X, and the rest of it with Insanity. And I did both of them fully. My wife did TurboFire, or is doing TurboFire. She's lost a total of 84 pounds now since she began her track. A little background on me. I was in the Navy for 6 years, submarine fleet sailor out of Groton, Connecticut, in the nuclear operating field. I was an engineering laboratory technician aboard fast attack submarines. I've been overseas and I've come back home. I have done a lot of things that young people would like to get to do, like travel the world and stuff, but I've also done a lot of things that most human beings could live their entire life without having to put up with. I got out of the Navy, moved to South Carolina, and got a job working at BMW about 2 months after I got out of the military. I was at BMW for about 8 months, and then GE called me. Offered me 3 times what I was making at BMW and an 8-hour shift per day. Oh my goodness, sign me up. Well, this is where it pretty much all started for me. I was fairly healthy before I got on at GE, but I sat my butt in a cube for 8 hours a night. That's my second shift. And would eat, work on AutoCAD or design or something that would require me to just sit on my butt. At this time also, I was playing an online video game which required me to be online all the time playing it. I started out at GE about 170 pounds and then moved up to a good 215, 220 by the time I got laid off 9 months later. Then it really goes downhill from here. For 3 months I sat on my butt. And when I mean that, I mean 3 months literally. I play a video game online still at that point, and got up 1 hour a day just about to empty my body, refill my body, and grab another 12-pack of Coke so that I wouldn't have to keep getting up. Yes, that's exactly what I did. Not really sure why my wife stuck around through all of that. It's been a pretty rocky 8 years, but she's never let me know about that. She kind of just wakes up in the morning and would go do her thing. Work, so on and forth. Shout out to my wife real quick. She's got 4 more classes left and she'll be done with her PhD. We brought her out of work because of the money that we saved on groceries. I'll get to all that later. But yes, my wife did come out of work just recently because we didn't really need the money. Yes, you can always use more money, but with us having small children, it's better for a parent to be at home and to support them. So now I've been laid off from GE. I've been off work for 3 months in the story, and I get called by Kraft Foods. 70 miles one way from the house. I start work there. I'll never forget my first day. I could not walk out to my car after I got off work because my feet hurt so bad. I cried like a little girl. I mean little girl. All the way home, and it was 70 miles back to the house. I told my wife there's no way I can do this. But I stuck with that for 2 years. In the middle of that, about a year into my venture at Kraft, I started drinking a lot more, taking a lot more Ambien, and smoking. Well, I decided that it really didn't matter. If I was going to die, I was going to die happy doing things that I wanted. If you noticed, I kept saying I in that whole bit. Not paying attention to the things that really mattered. Obviously, I'm a human being and I'm not perfect, so I don't want anybody to think that I try to be. It ended up, about a year in, I realized something needed to be done, and I spent the next year, wasted time, bouncing back and forth between 250 pounds and 215 pounds. This diet tried that, this pill tried that, this shake tried that. It didn't work for me, so I would not take the whole thing. Or, it made me feel like poopy, so I wouldn't take the whole thing. Nothing I tried worked, or nothing I tried I wanted to work. My claim to fame was one night, about 7 months prior to getting the new job that I have now. I was driving to work. It had been late. I picked up two double Whoppers with cheese and rode into work. I ate both of them and drank two 20-ounce Coca-Colas. I felt like crap all night, but didn't really care because I got off work the next morning and drove down to Hardee's. I ordered two Monster biscuits. Add steak to both of them. Put gravy over top of those if you don't mind, please, bud. And just go ahead and throw the tater tots on top of them. Double order, please. That was an $18 meal for me for breakfast. And I ate all of it on the way home while kicking back a couple of nice cold Coca-Colas. All the time not caring. Not caring at all because I was happy. That's all that mattered. At least I thought I was. And then, at the beginning of this year, 2011, I kind of it was around February-ish time frame, March time frame. Went up to a get-together with my wife's family and met her cousin's husband. I hadn't seen this guy for a year. He literally had shaved off all the fat that he had. To the point that I went and asked my wife's cousin. I said, Stephanie, where's your husband? Who is that? Did you divorce your husband? She said, Joey, no, that is my husband. I said, wow, what's he done? She said P90X. And I said, yeah, I've heard about that. I'm not into that whole diet fad anymore. She's like, it's not a diet. P90X is just a set of discs. Everything else is up to you. I was like, yeah, okay. And I bounced and dabbled with that for about a month. I thought about him all the time because I'm telling you, he was way bigger than I was when he started. He lost 65 pounds at that point. He's now in the Army, right? So, the bending breaker was I go to the doctor one morning for a checkup because I've been having heartburn so bad I couldn't sleep. I remember getting up that morning and going to tie my shoes and getting out of breath. Bending down to tie my shoes. I couldn't deal with that anymore. I knew that, but I didn't really care. Still. Get down to the doctor. He says, pretty much blank forward, Joey, you're going to die before you're 30 if you don't do something about your health. I was like, yeah, right, doc, you're just trying to get me fit again, trying to get me back in shape. I'm in shape, I'm round, doc. Leave me alone, ha ha ha. He didn't laugh at my little joke. He pulled out a piece of paper and he showed me the chart. I was on my way. I've had two uncles die from diabetic shock or diabetic heart attack. My grandmother's diabetic, my mother's diabetic, my great-grandfather was diabetic, my great-grandmother was diabetic. You get the point. And a lot of that had to do with diet, the way I grew up. I'm Southern, so if you can deep fry it, I'll eat it. Would have eat it. I have actually deep fried a protein bar before. Yeah, long story. So, where am I at now? Well, now I'm almost 65 pounds lighter than when I started. That's 10 pounds a month. That's over 10 pounds a month. That's the healthy way to do it. Do you want to wait 6 months to start, or do you want to get started now? That's the only thing you can ask yourself. You know, I'll use this site for anything that I can. I will not use it to make money. I don't do this to make money, okay? Before you hear it from anyone else, Team Beachbody coaches make a commission off of the things that you buy from Team Beachbody, okay? So if I'm coaching you, I get a percentage of anything that you buy from Team Beachbody. Does that mean I'm going to sell you things from Team Beachbody? Not a chance. No. I'm not doing this to make Team Beachbody money. I'm not doing this to make me money. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. I've been given a second chance at life. I'm going to make it count. Okay? Do I want everybody to sign up for being coaches? You know, that would be great, because that means that you're trying to get healthy. Okay? Yeah, it's cool. Everybody can use more money. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. But that's not why I put this together. Okay, TeamXPossible.com is all about achieving your goals, providing you with all the help that you need. I have more knowledge from the people that did this with me than I have ever thought to grasp about health. I didn't really care prior to this, but I think it's all great and cool. I'll show you spreadsheets. I'll explain to you Shakeology. I'll explain to you results in recovery. I will explain to you all the products that I use, everything from blenders to small blenders to camera footage. I will use everything that I possibly can to try to make this a little easier on you. I'll explain the gloves that I wear when I work out, the shoes that I wear, the clothes that I wear, anything that makes it easier. And the easiest thing about it is I do it right here in my living room, okay? I still work a full-time job. I still have a full-time house. I'm a full-time husband, full-time dad, full-time student. I don't want to hear I don't have time. I'll go ahead and tell you, if you're going to make excuses, this isn't for you. But if you're ready to dig down deep and bring it every time you work out, and to do it in an honest fashion, to do it right, then this is totally the place for you. Welcome to everything, and welcome to making it possible with TeamXPossible.com. I hope that you find everything here that you're looking for, and if you do not, let me know. I will give it my best to make that happen. Thank you once again, and enjoy the website.